Okay, there we go. Nice. So I've been prescribed a new medication called gabapentin, and it makes you loopy. It it really, you know, it made me happy. Anxiety was gone, all the fears, angst, and frustrations, which I needed. Had a great sleep, slept through the night without waking up, and boy, that felt good. But I started calling people, or not calling, texting people like crazy. Like, how are you doing? Are you okay? I'm doing fine. And, oh, I was letting them know about everything going on and hoping they were doing okay. And a day later, they were asking me if I was okay, because I was texting quite a bit. And I told them, I am so sorry. I am on this new medication. It's really having an effect on me, and I'll slow down a bit. I'll stop with the texting. And so that the texting ceased, and I started controlling it just a little bit better. But the reason why I got back, or I got on gabapentin, um, was because I relapsed a couple of weeks ago. I started drinking, and it wasn't like everyday drinking. It was twice a week, and I'm a binge drinker, so I thought I was handling it, but of course, being an alcoholic, you lie to yourself, and so for a couple of weeks, I kept thinking I can't stop this. So I called up the Veterans Administration, and I told them, look, this is going to get out of hand. There's no way I can stop it on my own. I need help. And they were like, no problem. Because of the isolation, the pandemic, everybody's like, in their room, and they can't get out and do the things that make them healthy, like dancing, socializing, and other things. Veterans with PTSD have been drinking a little bit more. So I decided I needed help, asked for help. They said no problem. So they sent me some medication to help, and I'm trying to get on the program because I know there's just no way that I'm going to be able to stop by myself. So, uh, which is a vast difference of where I was years ago, where I would be drinking for months on end, um, and keep telling myself I'm going to stop, and but it just would not happen. Uh, Now, though, um, first let me get to the point. When you're relapsing, you fell down, and you're going to feel bad. You're going to feel bad about yourself. You're going to feel bad about the people that were trusting that you won't relapse. You're going to feel bad about the future. That's okay, because that part of you is there for a reason. To feel uncomfortable about relapsing is there to protect you. And once you feel that uncomfortable, though, listen to it. Put it into your mind and realize that it's there for a reason, to feel that being uncomfortable, so that you can handle it. Well, I was uncomfortable. Yeah, I was uncomfortable. I was listening to it, and I said, okay, truth is, I can't do this by myself. Gonna, gonna ask for help. Always ask for help if you can't do it by yourself. So that's what I did. 3 weeks of drinking has stopped. Gabapentin is helping. The medication is helping. And a lady's calling me every week to make sure that everything's running smoothly. If I need to be put into a program, they'll put me into a program. So got that going for me. Now, how in the world did I get to this point? You know, oh my gosh, it's like, here I am preaching about, meditation, exercising, and journaling, and doing all these things. And how did I get to be so weak? Yeah, yeah. Well, fascinating things enough. Philosophers, I've learned, had some problems with substances. Uh, I'm not alone, and I know that yeah, even the best, they fall down. The best people fall down, and for me, it started with not going out in running, not going out and socializing. Or, I can't do the socializing, but not going out and doing the exercises I needed. I started eating really bad food, and my journaling was gone. Um, I, I stopped journaling. I stopped listening to myself, and I was only relying on my meditations, my simple meditations. Um, and for me, I'm understanding that there is a process, there's a method to being healthy. And all things are going to work and make you a better person. But you have to follow all the things. And when you stop exercising, when you stop eating right, when you stop listening to lectures and meditations and you're by yourself, you're going to fall down if you're not strong enough. By myself, I am not strong enough. I'll admit that, by myself, I'm, I when I say I'm by myself, it's where I just don't do anything. And meditations are good, but for me, it has to be with everything that's combined. And so now I have to restart. I have to rebuild. But luckily, I caught it in time. I was afraid that my family was going to be upset. But that's not the kind of family I have. I had support. They were glad that I, recognized it in time, and praised me for getting on top of it before I got out of control. And that was great. That was good. But when the methods don't work, or wasn't working, and I have to restart, I have to go slow all over again and go through this process of writing just a little bit, running just a little bit, and doing my reading, listening to my lectures. Because if I try to go ahead and do everything that I was before, it's going to be too much and it's going to collapse. I have to go into the cycle of slowly progressing. And the medication helps with that, the slow progression. Maybe you have to change some things though. Maybe it's not just running. Maybe it's just walking for a long time. And maybe it's not going to be reading this time. Maybe it's going to be doing more lectures, listening to more lectures. I don't know. I got to find this out because why I stopped, has to be, and I got to do some soul searching with this. Has to be something wasn't working for me. There is some things, I don't know, going on. I got to find that out. My meditation, I'm going to try different meditations. I think I'm going to try the walking meditation. And there's different types of meditations to do. And walking meditation is really fascinating. You got to look that up. There was one meditation, and it was an eating meditation that I tried. And I'll get into this because it was just blew my mind. I took a grape and I was looking at the grape. I was feeling the grape with one hand. And I was talking about how the grape shape is, the color of it, the texture. And then I slowly put the grape into my mouth. And I rolled it around slowly with my tongue, feeling the texture, feeling how mushy or soft it was. And then I started rolling it around in my mouth slowly, just really getting the feel of the grape in my mouth. And I waited, and then I chewed it really slowly. The taste was so explosive. It was like, wow! Slowly, the taste was going all over my mouth, and then I took the chewed grape and I put it all around my mouth, feeling the different texture of it. And it was just mind-blowing. I mean, if you haven't tried it before, I suggest a grape. Try it with a grape. It will blow your mind. Slowly, it went down my mouth, and I was slowly observing the taste of the grape. That meditation was wild. Concentrating on just the grape. Anyways, so there's different meditations to do, and there's different things to do. Maybe I just got bored of reading and writing. I don't know what it was. Everything fell apart. I was lying to myself, saying I could handle this. I was just not being aware of what I was doing. So I relapsed. Started drinking, started feeling awful. But like anything that makes you feel bad, observe it. Observe why it feels bad. And take the emotion out of the badness, out of all the feelings going on, and just observe the problem for what it is. And when I looked at the problem, it was telling me I was weak. I was not strong enough to go ahead and focus on the joys and reality of what's going on in the vast openness of the world. So I said, well, I guess to become strong enough, I have to quit the alcohol. I have to rebuild myself. And that's the process I'm working on. So once you start going through the same process that I have, don't feel bad. We're all hanging in there with you. We know what you're going through. We know you can be strong enough to stop the addiction. And we're proud of you. We're all proud of you for stopping. The addiction can be strong, but know your faith in yourself can be stronger. So hang in there. Got a hand right here for you. Leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. So I'll close for now, giving you hope, giving you faith in yourself, and giving you the love you need. Have a good one.